Final snap of the night, and the Rams win by 21.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Between Downs. I'm Mark Herrera. Today, I'm not going to have any special guests, and I'm not going to go off notes or anything. I just want to go straight up the dome. Hopefully, it helps me be more relaxed, I guess, in a way, and I'm not, like, going off script and stumble over my words and whatnot. So, get into it. I know I haven't put out anything lately because I've been real busy with school, but the semester's over with. Your boy passed all his classes, so that's good. And so I should have a little more videos out, but the season's coming to the end for the Patriots. On the Patriots standpoint, of course the Ravens beat the Browns, so we got a 2% chance to make the playoffs now. Of course, we shot ourselves in the foot losing to the Rams. I guess I'll talk about that game a little bit. Same situations that have been happening all season. The offense can't get going. Defense allowing everybody to run all over them. I don't know how many yards Cam Akers had. I know he had over 100, probably like 120 or 115, something like that. And the offense just never got going. Of course, came off the 45-0 win over the Chargers. And, of course, Belichick's going to do good against rookie quarterbacks. So maybe it'll help us against Miami this week. But pretty much we're not going to make the playoffs, and I'm okay with it. Oh, well, it is what it is. First time since Matt Castle, whatever, and we won 11 games that year. Hopefully we win 9. We don't bother me none. I'm kind of content with just losing the rest of the games, and maybe we can hurt the Jets and help the Jaguars get Trevor Lawrence, keep Trevor Lawrence out of the AFC East. But this season, of course, it was a different one with all the coronavirus going on, I should say. And, of course, I didn't think we were going to, go to the Super Bowl, of course, this year. Losing Tom, having all the opt-outs we did, most of the NFL. And I just wasn't going into this season as confident I was the season before, the season prior to that. And I understand that. And you got to give this team credit because they're a 6-win team at the moment, and the talent we have on this roster is not great. So with them being able to compete against these teams, which they actually played. Sorry, I got a message. They actually play harder against better teams besides the Rams, because the Rams are a good team and we just got ran over. And we did well against Seattle. Of course, Seattle's defense is terrible, but we did well against them. We competed against the Chiefs. Probably would have beat them, of course, if we had Cam. And that's actually before that happened when Cam got COVID and the COVID situation happened with our team. I felt like we were finally starting to find our groove, and that just hit us dead center, and that just stopped everything. And I don't know, this team, it's not my favorite team to watch, but it does show that, we have bright spots for the next season. And just going to look forward to that. Of course, I would like to see them beat the Dolphins, hurt their chances of making the playoffs, of course, since they hurt us that one year, the Miami Miracle, which they hold on dearly to their heart. Don't know why Gronk was on the field in that play, but that's in the past. But yeah, Harris, we got a running back for years to come. Harry actually made some good catches, so that's a bright spot. And I don't know, there's hope for next season. Of course, we're gonna have to add some weapons. It's gonna be the same. We're gonna be in the same situation next year if we don't add any weapons. Fuller's gonna be a free agent, I believe. Galladay, Allen Robinson, Marvin Jones, maybe. I think Chris Godwin as well, but I really wouldn't mind Fuller and Galladay. And there's speculation. Patriots could trade for Carson Wentz. I'm not a big Carson Wentz fan, so I don't see how he would even help our team. I would like to sign Dak if we don't keep Cam. I know there's a lot of people criticizing Cam so much. He hasn't been great. He hasn't been terrible. You got to give him some slack. He joined late. Uh, this is not a system that you can just learn overnight. It takes time. He's put in a situation to where he's having to develop young receivers, and that's not really his job. Imagine going into a job and you having to do other people's jobs. Like the receivers to develop themselves. They should have been going into this season already in their second year, finding their spot. And the only one that's really stepped up is Jacoby Myers. Harry, you had one good game with a couple of catches. That's about it. Chargers, he scored a touchdown. Beat them 45-0 though. But yeah, so you can't really put all the blame on Cam. The only thing I would criticize Cam on is the batted balls, holding on to the ball too long, and just trying to force things. I can't remember what his quarterback rating is. I know it's very low, but you got to give the guy some slack. I mean, what y'all think he was gonna be Tom Brady? It just doesn't make any sense, and it's not fair to him. He's came in, he's been a great teammate, great leader, and he's just, from what we can see, he's just been a great figure in the locker room, and he gives great interviews. He talks highly of Belichick. He talks highly of Josh McDaniels. He defended him in a question that was asked of him this week about the Josh McDaniels play calling. And he said that Josh has put this team in situations that helped them and bailed his team out with his play calling. And I believe it's true. And I'd give credit to Cam for not throwing McDaniels under the bus and saying that he can call this better or do this better in the situation. And that's all it comes down to. Because I do want to hit on this, I want to rant about this a little bit. People are saying or comparing Cam and Brady. So the Brady of last year and the Cam of this year. And Brady threw for 23 touchdowns, 25 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions or something like that. Cam has thrown 3 touchdowns, 4 maybe, and 9 interceptions, whatnot. And then they compared the wins, yards, and, of course. And I'm the biggest Tom Brady fan you could probably meet. Wars number, like I've said before, Wars number growing up. I got posters of him in my room, got a tattoo. A Patriots tattoo with his number on it, and also because it was my number as well. But I wore the number because of him. Brady can't do no wrong in my eyes. He was in that system for 20 years. 20 years. We got bounced in the first round. And this is no shot at Brady. So if we're talking about the greatest quarterback to ever touch a football field, to ever live. The greatest quarterback. And y'all expected Cam to come onto this team. Came in late. And you thought he was going to be able to pick up the system like that, having developed these young receivers. Thought he was going to take us to the Super Bowl. Come on now. It don't make no sense. So you're trying to compare the greatest quarterback ever to Cam Newton, he's a good quarterback. He hasn't been great few games. He's made some plays for us though. He's helped us win some games. We beat a good Arizona Cardinals team. They're a good team. We don't win that game without his first down run where he took the hit out of bounds and tacked on 15 yards. We don't win that game without Cam. I'm not saying that we wouldn't have won without Brady. Probably would have won that game as well. But you're trying to nitpick and try to compare Cam to Brady, and it's just not gonna happen. You could have brought Patrick Mahomes into this system. It would probably 1 or 2 more games. That's it. I mean, you're trying to criticize this man and trying to make him look bad, and it's just not right. It just needs to stop. Like, y'all expected, or I guess we expected. Well, not so much me, but we expected. We're so used to Tom Brady and what he's done, and we're always used to being in the mix. And of course, we had Brady and Tom, or Belichick and Brady every year. We're gonna be in the mix. I mean, that's all it comes down to it. So y'all try to compare Cam to the greatest quarterback ever, and it's just ridiculous to me because it's Tom Brady. Of course, he was gonna be better with this team. He's been in the system for 20 years, and it's Tom Brady, the Tom Brady. Of course, he was on excel and find a way to make things happen and find a way to win, it's Tom Brady. Like, oh, that's what you expect Brady to do. And you can arguably say it's more remarkable that this team has 6 wins and Brady's team only has 7 wins. Yeah, they only have 7 wins, and with all the talent around them, of course. And that goes to show you that you need time to develop in the system. You need to figure stuff out. Of course, Antonio Brown's new to the Bucs, and they've had some rough spots. They haven't been able to find chemistry like that. Their timing has been off, and that just goes to show you that you need time to develop a team. And Cam came in late. He had less time with the Patriots than Tom Brady did with the Bucs, and the Bucs they have 5 losses. And I mean, there's just so much criticism towards Cam, and I understand he's the quarterback, so it starts with him as well, but it also starts with Belichick and Josh McDaniels. And you can't fault Cam. Last year we had a better defense. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. We had a better defense. This year, our offensive line is better. Maybe. We got the same weapons. And really, last year we had Edelman the whole season. I don't think he missed a game, or he may have missed a game last year if he did. Edelman has not really played this season. So you took out our number 1 receiver, and then you expect Cam to throw to N'Keal Harry. He's had 1.5 good games. Jacoby Myers had 3 good games. Bird had 2 good games, 3 maybe. Gunner is on special teams. You wanted him, and you don't have no tight end, and you wanted Cam to do well with this team, and then y'all want Stidham in. Stidham's from Texas. I'm from Texas. He's from Stephenville, 2 hours away from me. Stephenville ain't pulling out no dogs. Nobody around here thinks of Stephenville and say they put out athletes. Come on now. No. So y'all just need to stop that. Stidham's a backup at best. And y'all can try to say, well, he hasn't really played this and that. Well, there's a reason why he hasn't played, because Bill obviously sees more than we do. He sees him in practice. If Stidham was the guy, he would have won the job in the offseason in training camp. He didn't. So y'all need to stop with that. Stidham isn't the answer either. And we would not have 6 wins if he was a quarterback. Because you seen what his first game ever playing against the Jets, threw a pick 6. Brady had to come back in. And before y'all say, oh, well, he was a rookie. Brady's first year starting, filling in against the Jets. Imagine if he would have went in for Bledsoe and threw a pick 6. But he didn't. Because when he had an opportunity, when the opportunity presented himself, he was ready. And he never get a job back. Stidham don't got that in him. Because you know, let that die. I don't know what y'all watch. I don't know if y'all just don't know football. Y'all probably from like Wisconsin or wherever y'all from. Iowa or something. No. And I just don't know if y'all are watching or what, but a lot of y'all just don't know what y'all talking about. You know, I ain't trying to push no buttons and whatnot, but y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all think y'all know football, y'all don't know football. Y'all just need to sit back, relax, watch the game. Enjoy it. Or don't enjoy it. Don't matter. Don't bother me none. Just relax with all that Stidham better than Cam. Because we'd be a 2-win team at best. At best. And I don't even know. I mean, we probably would have beat Miami. That's in the beginning of the season with Stidham. Maybe. And the Chargers. Yeah, probably. And that's only because of the special teams and defense was amazing. But, yeah, that's Stidham needs to. He ain't the answer. And Cam is a lot better quarterback than Stidham is. And he's putting this team in a better situation to win than Stidham would have. So that needs to die. Of course, Dak. So I want to hit on Dak. Dak real quick. Yes, I would like, if we do not retain Cam, which I think we still should give Cam an opportunity to sign with us for the next season and add some weapons and Cam have a full off season develop in this system and learn it better, and also bring in some more weapons for him, some veteran guys. Either draft a tight end, a good tight end, or sign a good tight end. Don't really trust Belichick drafting receivers. So sign Fuller, Galladay, bring somebody in, bring Edelman back as well. Even though he's under contract, just don't release him, don't trade him. Edelman, he has one more year left in him at least. Yeah, so bring Cam back. I'm fine with it. I think he'll do better next season anyways. But if we do not retain Cam, Dak, I'm fine with having Dak. But it also you still have to bring in weapons because even bringing in Dak won't, or whatever quarterback we bring in, even if we draft a rookie, you're going to have to draft some weapons for him. Jacoby Myers to kill Harry Gunnar Olszewski and banged up Julian Edelman ain't going to cut it. Even a healthy Julian Edelman ain't going to cut it because they'll just double him every game like they did last season. I mean, James White hasn't stepped up as much, and I think that just has to do with the play calling as well. But, I mean, James White and Julian Edelman, that's pretty much all we had last season. Didn't really have nobody. So it was easy. That's why the Titans beat us. They took our 200 people that we could give the ball to. That was it. So whichever quarterback we bring in, even if we stay with Cam, bring in Dak, or draft a rookie, or bring in another quarterback, you're going to have to get weapons. There's no excuse this offseason. Belichick, we got the money for it. You need to make a move. You got to bring in some guys. You're going to have to spend money. I know how he is with not wanting to spend money and this and that, but you're going to have to. You're going to have to just go out and get somebody. That's all it's going to come down to. We're going to be in the same situation, and you're not going to be able to compete. But yeah, I guess I just want to wrap it up on that little part. Just get my 2 cents in and rant about that. They're giving Stidham too much credit for what he's shown. He's thrown an interception every time he played. If Brady did that, we would have never had no Brady because he would have never played again when Bledsoe came back. So, yeah, he ain't it. You need to stop trying to criticize Cam so much. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been the worst. And given the situation that he was in, you got to give him some slack. And you got to just watch, relax, and be a fan. Yeah, you're going to criticize here and there, but you also got to take into account who he's throwing to. We don't have no tight end. Every team knows what we're going to do is run with Damon Harris. So, just relax. It's going to be all right. We won't make the playoffs. Oh, well. So what? Been great for 20 years. It was bound to happen. And what better way to go out like this, though? Or not go out, but what better way to lose like this? Most opt-outs. Lost our starting quarterback of the last 20 years. Lost our best receiver. He hasn't played pretty much the whole season. I mean, it took all this for us to lose. So this just gives me hope for next season. And, of course, I'm still going to put out videos for this week or after this week's game against the Dolphins, and then next week, and then whenever the season wraps up. There's still a chance we make the playoffs, but we're not going to make the playoffs. I'm not even going to be hopeful of that. You always expect the worst just in case you get the worst. So just actually watch the game, guys. And I know Cam has a lot of batted balls and holds on to the ball too long, but really you can only fault him for the batted balls because holding on to the ball has to do with receivers getting open. And I know he missed a couple of reads here and there, but that's going to come with time. He's going to get more comfortable in the system if we retain him for next year. And I think he'll be a whole lot better player next year. But, yeah, that's going to wrap it up with that. I'm going to move on. I seen some videos, some dudes are talking. They do podcasts. They're cool. We're going to have to disagree with them on this little debate they were doing. They think Kelce is better than Gronk. Right now, yes, of course. But they're talking about overall. I guess y'all forgot about that man Gronk and what he used to be and what he can still do. I mean, he scored that. He had a really good touchdown against the Vikings, but he was brought into the Bucs to block, like he said. But y'all don't forgot about that man Gronk. He used to put the fear of God in these defenses in his prime. Like defensive coordinators didn't know what to do. That's why every time he goes on a Hail Mary against the Eagles, look what they're all over him. He got PI'd because he's that good, and just like he got that PI against the Vikings, he actually got the call. Gronk ain't nobody to mess with. And don't get me wrong, Kelce's good. I got him in fantasy. He's good. But he's a bootleg Aaron Hernandez. I mean, you got to get physical. You got to get physical with Kelce, and then that's it. And Aaron Hernandez was my favorite player ever. The situation with him sucks. But even if he would have finished playing, he would have been better than Gronk. And that would have Patriots could have had the best 2 tight ends in NFL history. And that would have been a debate. Would have been Aaron Hernandez and Gronk. I think that would have been a debate. Kelce and Gronk, no. Yeah, right now Kelce's better than Gronk, but overall, and Gronk's in his prime, come on now. I guess y'all don't forgot. Just go back and watch the games. Just go back and watch. That man was cold. Still is cold, but he was raw. And I just want to say that. I guess y'all just don't forgot about my guy. Go back and watch that. And yeah, I don't know what them dudes thinking to even consider Kelce being better than Gronk in his prime. Kelce in his prime, Gronk in his prime. Come on now. Ain't nobody worried about Kelce. Everybody's worried about Tyreek. All you gotta do is jam Kelce. It's a wrap. But all right. And then I guess a debate that people can either comment on this, tweet me about it. But the best duo, quarterback and receiver of all time, Steve Young and Rice, Harrison and Manning. So you got all them. So everybody, y'all know the duos that I'm talking about. You got all them. The best duo of all time, in my opinion, and this might be a little biased, but I think I still have an argument or debate, would be Brady and Edelman. In my eyes. So, of course, they don't have the greatest regular season numbers, but when you get into the postseason and you look up them numbers, and then you look up them wins, when did the Patriots lose the Super Bowl with Edelman being the top receiver? Not once. When the Patriots made the Super Bowl, Seattle, we won. Falcons, we won. The Eagles, Edelman didn't play. We won that game if Edelman plays. And then the Rams. Why did we win? Because Edelman. So, in my honest opinion, the greatest duo of all time, because a lot of people say, tried to discredit the playoffs because everybody don't make it. Well, that's just because that they didn't make it because their team wasn't good enough, and that means their player that they're trying to defend was not good enough to help them get to the playoffs. In my honest opinion, Brady and Edelman is the greatest duo of all time, and you can't just take an account for their regular season numbers, which aren't terrible. Edelman had he had one 100-yard or 100 reception season, and then he almost had another one. He had like 98 catches or 99, something like that. And then you look at their postseason numbers, and then compare them. There's a reason why Edelman's behind Rice. There's a reason for that. So yeah. So I don't know. Comment at me on Twitter. You want to discuss this, debate about this, because I can go on about it all day. Yeah. So just want to get my little 2 cents on that. But that's gonna wrap it up. Thank y'all for listening. I don't really post it on that podcast app anymore. I just post it on YouTube. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe if y'all want. Don't bother me none. Of course, give me feedback, what you like. If you want to debate, don't do it on YouTube because I'm not gonna really debate on YouTube. I mean, I might, but just go. I always comment my Twitter handle in the description. So just at me on Twitter, and we can go on about this. It'll be fun. I like doing it. But thank y'all. And this is Between Downs with Mark.